Well, hi everyone, it's Bob again. It's the fourth video in a series on my life. In the last video I just moved to Garden City, Kansas in my sophomore year. And, I'd made a few friends there, and my sophomore year was kind of uneventful, although I had met some friends and started smoking a little weed, and it wasn't a big deal to me at that time. And some of the things in school were a lot of fun. There was pranks and that type of thing. Remember this one guy, we were in was in computer class studying basic language, and there was the nerd of the class, and his routine was he'd come in, put all of his books under his desk and his calculator, and go stand out in the hall till the bell rang. And one morning, me and this guy took a model car to class with us, and we took his calculator case and took his calculator out of the case and put this model car inside his case, and took it out to the hallway and was teasing him with his calculator, and we were throwing it back and forth, and of course he was trying to grab it from us, and we were throwing it down the hallway. And finally a friend of mine threw the calculator case back to me, and I was standing right in front of him, and I threw it down on the ground and stomped it. The guy went ballistic. He thought we'd crushed his calculator. But those were just some of the simple things, when I first arrived. And then the summer after my sophomore year, I went to work out in the cornfields. They had a program for kids that wanted to earn money. What they'd do is they'd load us all up in a bus and take us out to some farmer's cornfield, and we'd go out and would pull the cane plants out of the corn. Cane plant is very similar looking to corn plant, and our job was to go through the fields and pull all this cane out of their fields. So I did that for a while, and then I landed a job at Pizza Hut, and working nights. And I used to deliver pizzas, and work in the kitchen, and that's where I really started kind of going downhill that summer, running around, doing more and more drugs. I remember one time I was delivering pizzas, and this friend of mine, Danny, that worked at Pizza Hut, he had this big old Galaxie 500 car. We used to do this thing with cars, we called it ditch 'em, where we'd chase each other through the town. And I was in the Pizza Hut car, and he spotted me, and he come up behind me and tapped my back bumper with his car. We took off playing ditch 'em, and I was chasing him. We were running up and down the streets and through alleys, going like a bat out of hell, just crazy. Sliding out sideways into the streets from the alleys. And remember, we drove down this one alley, and I saw him pull around the side of the road, shut up his lights, and he ducked down in his seat. And the mirror in this car I was driving always fall down, so I reached up, turned it back up, and then right behind me was this cop with his lights on. I thought, oh man, I'm in trouble. So I pulled around a few feet up in front of Danny's car and got out. The police officer was asking me, what I was doing, and I told him, well, this guy come up and bumped my back bumper and gave me the finger, so I was chasing him. I was going to kick his ass. And the cop shines his flashlight back at Danny's car, and he says, is that the car you were chasing right there? And I said, I don't know, it might be. So he says, well, you just wait here for a minute. So he walked back to Danny's car, and he shined the flashlight down inside the driver's seat, opened up the door, and Danny fell out. He was hiding down in the floorboard of his car. And the cop opened the door, he fell out and hit his head on the asphalt. So Danny stood up. The officer was asking him, what the deal was. And I don't know, it just must have been luck, because Danny gave him the same story I did. He says, oh, I gave him the finger and he started chasing me. And he tells Danny, well, that guy's pretty pissed off. He says, I think he probably could kick your ass if I let him. He says, if you walk up there and apologize to him, I'll let you guys go. So we got pretty lucky there. Just one of the stunts that we played in school. But yeah, in the next video, I'll start talking about more and more of my antics and how getting more and more into drugs and the things that I was doing. But anyway, we'll catch you on the next round, and I hope everyone gets what you wish and hope and pray for. We'll talk to you next time.